Lakshmanan or the finish line, Lakshmanan or.
Death. How much we fear death. Every day we live our life only to be haunted by the horrendous experience called death. We have a lot of problems in life, but death is what defines our purpose. We are set a lot of expectations from our friends, from our family, from our relatives. We have our own expectations too. So we struggle and suffer every day so that we can prove that we can be successful. But is that our problem? For that matter, we all have always understood death incorrectly. With the expectations set so much, what can we do? There is a line we cannot cross. But death gives you the finish line. Good afternoon, contest master, toastmasters, and guests. Death is the master of deceit. Death is the indisputable truth. Death is what gives life its purpose. We all try to run away from death, hoping that we will get a little bit of extra time. Time in this world, time in this body. But time, the past, the present, and the future is something that we have always struggled with. We do not understand time as we really should. There will come a time when you will near the finish line. Death gives you that finish line. So, does it really matter? What happens if we pass away? Have we ever thought that when we cross over, if we have left any amount of impression back in this world? And so, I am asking you this question. What happens if you realize that today is your last day? What happens if this is your finish line? I saw my finish line 10 years ago. I was playing cricket. We were getting ready for a leather ball tournament in the upcoming week. I was the reserve keeper, so I was behind the steps, padded, gloved, helmets. My bowler, first over, first ball. He's coming in with all this energy and pace. The batsman left the ball and I have to collect it. I tried to move, but I couldn't. In fact, I tripped and fell over. Shortly, I had a very excruciating pain in my leg. My teammates rushed me to the nearby hospital. The next 6 hours changed my life. The doctor came and said, I have 3 blood clots in my leg, 2 on my left, 1 on my right, the bigger one, that too in the femoral artery. He said, there is no time. The surgery has to be done now if I have to save your leg. The clot could move up to your heart and you could risk a cardiac arrest. My family was weeping on one side, my friends shocked. All that I could think at that moment was, what if this is my finish line? 10 days, 3 surgeries, a part of my leg cut off. We had to do a graft, and all this while, post-op, the doctors could not confirm if I can walk in 3 months or 3 years. That's when I thought, death is kind, death is magnanimous, because it probably came for me, but left with a part of my leg. That incident changed my life. I decided to run where I couldn't even walk with my leg. In 2018, I signed up to be the first responder for the NDRF volunteer cell during the Gaja cyclone. In 2020, COVID came. Me and my friends were the first to go to the city commissioner and ask, how could we help? We were the first one to start a community kitchen for our zone, where we had to feed all the people who were picked up from the streets and put in government shelters. 15 days from there, we were the first to actually set up a ration kit distribution system, that too in the basement of a textile shop. In the next 18 months, we delivered 5 lakh kits to 1 lakh homes in and around Chennai. The Times of India covered us as the lockdown heroes, called my friends and me the famous 5, and there was no turning back from there. Immediately after the unlockdown, I had the problem where they wanted education aid. We did that too. Today, 300 children are in schools because of us. We mobilized 16.5 lakh funds just to make them sure that they get their education right. The point is, I am not alone. Everyone in this room must have gone through such an incident or would have heard it from near and dear. So the question is, what happens when you reach the finish line? Do you want to run away from it and still say, this life is not good enough? Or do you want to smile, embrace, knowing that you made this world a better place? Contest master.